Okay everybody, so today we went to a rattan factory. This is a big factory in Singapore that actually sell rattan all over the world. And yeah, you can see there are many type of sizes and thicknesses. And yeah, later on I will show you how I'm gonna create different types of weapon. The rattan is a special plant that actually is filled up. It's not like the bamboo, which is hollow. You see, it's completely solid. And yeah, there's many ways. They also have different colors. They have like a red and black, all different ones, and very long, thin and thick. So yeah, so we're gonna see how we can make those weapons, and then later on we can take some instructional videos so you can guys learn how to use it. All right. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm going to choose 2 sticks for long pole. So how we measure, the Chinese usually measure the sticks or to your head high, or you can use it all the way to the wrist. But I found out it's a bit uncomfortable to work with this length. So usually what I do, I lift my elbow and I put it to the elbow level. So already had 2 pieces that I cut. And they are actually already arranged by size. So I think this one and maybe this one, I'm not sure if it's cheap. This one. Yeah, I think this one over here. So yeah, almost. But anyway, you can see that this one have a little curve. This is more straight. And also, I think this is a bit, yeah. So here is. These are, yeah, actually I measure it with shoes on, so that's why a little bit, but these sticks are actually good. If I take the measurement, we can see that these are supposed to be, it's 1.90 centimeter, and by foot is actually 6 foot, and it's about 6 foot 3.5, but it doesn't actually matter, because what matters is that you will find the right stick for you that you feel comfortable and that will be about your elbow. So this one is a little bit high, but I have this knot here. I rather leave it. If I want to cut a little bit, I will cut from this side, because you want to use the nuts, the eyes or whatever you call it, the connectors, because this area is stronger in a bamboo or in a rattan stick. So you don't want to cut it under it because it might explode. You will cut it, I will cut it probably a little bit above. And then after you will have to sand it because it's a little bit sharp. So you take a sandpaper and you sand the whole thing. And also those joints, you can make a little sand here. So when you slide, you know, you're gonna have a better grip and it won't cut or disturb you while you're practicing. Okay, so the second one, we're going to use these 2. Yeah, this one. Use these 2 for. I will use these 2 for the long pole, so I'm not going to use them. So that's going to be a long pole. And now with this 3, with the rest of them, I will make Jie Gun, and also the double Nunchakus. We'll make a few pairs. So the next thing I want to do is actually, I want to create a Jie Gun. So Jie Gun, I actually use it all the way up to the top. So probably this is not the one I need. So it will be same thing. I will cut up to here. Or, okay, so yeah, so this stick will be good. So usually I bring it all the way up from the bottom, and with the connectors of the Jie Gun, you will get that length. Usually the length is about 10 centimeter on the connector. So yeah, so we're gonna use, this time we brought a rope. This is actually like a snapping rope, and it's very strong, and also have a plastic inside, so when you burn it, you can actually seal it properly. So it's very good, and we're gonna use it for all the weapons. Instead of chain, for the Nunchaku or for the Jie Gun, we will use this kind of rope. This is about, we bought this in Singapore, it's $12 Sing dollars, And this thing that I bought is about $50. But of course, this is raw material. So if you buy it ready and somebody made it for you, can cost much more, of course. Okay, so in general, if you do it yourself, it's going to be very cheap. Okay, so let's move on, and we will mark it. So this one I will mark into 3 places. So we will measure the sizes, and then after we go and cut everything. Okay, that's enough.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so actually this is going to be the length for the nunchaku. What we do, we measure from the center of the hand all the way to the end of your elbow. Right? So then when you hold the nunchaku, it can cover your forearm and protect you. So I usually like to cut the first one, then after from that one I will measure all the others. And luckily my friend Johan here, he also have the same length of the hand, so we use the same length. So for us it's 36 centimeters, but each person have to find his own length. So you actually customize the nunchaku or any kind of weapons to your own size and your own use. Alright, so we're gonna cut it now, and later on see how it goes. Okay, so these are the double baston, 2 sticks. By the way, when you hit and you smell, you will smell fire powder. Okay, so then you can use those sticks for fighting. So one weapon is ready. Let's go do the nunchaku ones. Okay, so this is actually the length for the one stick of the nunchaku, and we're gonna make 4 nunchakus for double pairs, so I can have 2 and Johan have 2. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this one to mark all the way, and then it'll be easier. Now you see these sticks, for example, if you look at carefully, you will see that this part is very thick and this is more thin. Okay, so I will try to make 2 pieces of a thicker one. So it will be nice to have one good pair. So then it's easier to measure this way. So this way you can make sure you have no mistakes and much faster. You don't need to go one by one. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 out of this one. Then I look at the other one, and you can see that here actually it's very near, but actually it's pretty. So we can decide whether we want to use that as the main one. The good thing about this stick is that you can actually push it and straighten it. So that's another characteristic you have in the baston. It's a flexible stick. But if you look carefully, you will see here that over here there's a curve. So I don't want that curve inside. So I might cut this part out, then I'll have straight lines all the way. So we're going to use this thick part, and that's going to be good for this one. So you see that you want to make sure that the thickness is about the same. So I know that this one is a thick one and this one. So this one will be one pair. Okay, so I can make that. All right, so we start from here, and we move on and see how it goes. Okay, so this one already been measured. We take this one and we start from the back to the top. Now here is the part bend, so we'll move through this one and make a measurement here. And come from here all the way up to here. So actually this area is a little bit bent, so it will be out. Okay, so yeah, let's go cut it. Okay, so this is actually, we finished cutting everything. We have the double baston, we have Jie Gun, and we have two long sticks, so you can use for different techniques. And then we have 8 pieces of Nunchakus, and we have this little one that we're going to use also for weapon. It's called kobo. It's a ninjutsu weapon, and you can use it in different ways. I'm going to show you how to use it and how to make a weapon out of it. Okay, this can be in your pocket, and in short range or close range fighting, you can use this little friend, and it's going to do a lot of damage. This one. So yeah, you're going to see. So actually, we use the whole thing, so there's no wasting. So I'm very happy. We can actually make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types, 5 types of weapons, which is great, right? And very cheap also. So let's go and let's create. And the next thing we got to do now is actually making the holes, right? So we will choose the pairs and we will mark the holes, and after I mark them, I will show you exactly how to measure the holes and what kind of holes you have to do. And later on, I'll show you how to put the string inside, how to tie everything, and we move on. All right, so let's try this. Okay, so we divided the nunchaku into 4 pairs, and it wasn't that easy because when you look at the knot here, you have to make sure that it goes up, so from wider to thinner. Okay, so when you hold, you have a better grip, and also you have to make sure that these two, the width is the same, approximately. So it wasn't so easy actually to find it, but we managed. So now I'm going to mark the holes. So come closer and I will show you. So what I'm going to do, I'm attaching it, okay, and I'm putting one finger, okay, and I will make a little mark, okay, then I will make the same mark on the other side. Okay, so that's one hole. Then I will put another finger from the end of the hole and we'll make another circle. Okay, and I will make the same thing parallel on the other side. So this is one thing you want to know. The second thing usually you want to know is to make sure that you make the hole on the right place. So it means that if the stick have a curve or something, you want it to be a bit at least parallel, so when you hold them, it'll be. So you have that. Okay, then I'll do the same for everything. Now at the top, come closer. At the top I will make a circle. A wider circle. It's actually almost double than the regular one. And this is an important thing because you have to make sure that you have enough meat, enough space to the end, because if you drill too close to the end, it will explode later. So actually I'm going to drill only the white part, so I have enough thickness on the side. So when the rope won't trigger. This is an old one. You can see over here. You can see over here, come closer, you can see closer. You can see over here that this part got split. This part split out and then the nunchaku is damaged. Okay, so the rope can fly out and then you won't be able to practice it properly. So that's why I put a wire. I'm actually going to put like a string here to tighten it and take this out. But this have a nice pattern, you can see. It's a very beautiful pattern on the stick. This is old one, these are almost 15 years old. So those can last for a long time, 30 years, 40 years. The only thing that will break is the rope. And if you have a good rope, it can last also for a long time. So we'll talk about it later. So I'm gonna sign the whole thing with drill, and then we get to the rope thing. Okay, so after we measure them, we divided them, and then we mark the circles. So the circles are at the top. There's one finger apart from each side, and over here you can see it's wide enough. So you measure it by putting your thumb, your finger, sorry, over here. Then you make a circle, then you put your thumb over here, and then another circle. So actually it's going to be your own finger. So everything is customized by your own length and by your own body. which is great. So we're going to go drill, and later we're going to show you how to put the strings inside.
Yes.
Okay, so first I use a small driller just to make to penetrate the hole first and make sure it won't explode. It's better to make a smaller one first and then widen it up. So don't go with a bigger driller. You see, because we will need this one to do it. I'm not sure about the size. Oh, it's already old, I can't see. I think maybe it's a 6 or a 7. And so you start with a small one and then you go to the big one. Okay, first you drill the 2 holes all the way, and after we will do the last one. I'll show you how. Okay, so I changed the small one into the bigger one. I'm going to widen the hole. You see over here, I already did it. You have to make sure you don't drill too to the side, because then you will damage it. So you must go straight. And it's true that you can also make this hole, but we will deal with it later. So it's better to do it one by one. And you have to make it accurate. This, you see, when it's bigger, it's a bit more dangerous, more difficult, because it slides into the side. Tend to slide. That's why you want to make it like that. You see, it's very accurate. So you want to make sure you go in those steps, because sometimes at the beginning I try to go straight with a bigger one and I just explode the wood, and there's no time to go and get another wood from this kind. So it's better to do it slowly, precisely, and make sure you don't waste the material. And also you want to start slow and then go really, because it explodes. Sometimes the sides explode here. After we will sand it and cut it nicely. Okay, so that's how it goes. Go one by one. So we get to the last hole. The last hole is actually very important, because you have to make sure that it doesn't go beyond the first hole. If it goes all the way down, the string will come out, then that's it, you ruin it. So you make sure you make a hole that goes straight to the first line. We'll make a smaller one, and after we will take the big one and we also expand it. So I'll show you how it works. So we drill the first one all the way until you get the click, and then you know it's done. Okay, so we marked, also because I do a few ones, so we marked it. This pair is number 2, number 3, 4, 5, etc. So you don't make mistakes, because you want to make sure you will keep them together after, easier to remember. Okay, we make a little hole here, so now we're gonna drill it. Now, it's true that it's better not to use your hand like that, and it's not really safe, but I don't have a carpentry, so I'm showing you how to do it by yourself. If you're at home and you don't have any special table with all those clinchers that hold it, and then you have this machine that you pull down and come straight out. We don't have that. So we have everything by hand, so you have to be careful. You have to do it slowly. I hope we won't get some accident in the camera, and good luck. Alright, so I will expand it slowly, and then I will start to roll it. Alright, you see, and I have the line. The line is really essential, so I just cut inside up to the line. So this is a good width. And the string will go in from here and come out from here. So you have to have 2 string come out, and also you have to have enough space to put the knot inside if you want it to be inside invisible. It's not mass, but it's more aesthetic. Okay, so we'll go one by one like that. I need the other one. Okay, so I will just clear the inner white up to the black, so it will be easier. I go slowly, then slowly. Then after what I do, I just slide it in and out. You make sure you don't do it too much, because if you damage the sides, it's going to be. And also, if you look inside, you will see that the inner side is thicker, which is good actually. But you have to have enough space to keep those 2 cords out. You will see later when we pull them out. We have a system how to do it. I'll show you. So don't make it too thin, because if this side is too thin, it will snap out and break. Okay, so we finished drill. We keep them in the pair so we won't mistake it. And we're gonna clean all the sanding. I'm gonna take a sanding paper and I'm gonna clean all the holes, make it nice, and then we go through the rope procedure, how to bring it in and how to tie and everything. Okay, so we drilled everything, including the inside. Now we're gonna sand. So this one I already sand. You can see that I sand the top, and I can also put it inside like that, make it like a conus. Okay, this way is a good way to do it. And then you put it in and you just slide inside like that, so you can sand the inside. And you'll do all around, all the holes. So, and also here the same. So you want to make it smooth. You don't want the edges to be too sharp, otherwise it's going to rip the cord. So that's how we shape it. And also we're going to shape the corners. So you want these corners to be sanded as well. You can use a machine actually, but you can also do it by hand. I think by hand is better because you have more control and you won't cut it too deep. And also this is going to be the handle, so you're going to do the handle as well. So you take a sharper sandpaper and you do it. Okay, now if you have, if you have a sharper edge here, you can also sand them a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend to sand too much, because then you will damage the skin, and the skin is really smooth and nice for holding, so you actually don't want to sand the skin. This part you don't want to sand it. Only if there's a little sharp parts here, you can make a little sand. Alright, so we finished sanding everything, and once we finish, we're going to go through the cords, and I'll show you exactly how to put them in and how to tie everything. Okay, so good luck. Okay, so we wrap it and we tied it. You can see the knot here is actually called the fisherman knot. That means that every time you pull, it gets stronger and stronger and tighter. You can burn the edges to make them like mushrooms, so it doesn't slide out. And the width of your, and this is how you measure. This is how you measure the distance between the two sticks, so you know the length of the cord between the two sticks. And yeah, and that's it. And then you can ready to go and ready to practice. Okay, so here's the Jie Gun, almost ready. I just need to transfer the rope into the holes. The rest of the Nunchakus is already ready, and also we made a kobo, which is a small gun, and we just need to burn the tip of the ropes all over, and then once we've done that, everything is ready. So I'm going to show you now here how I'm actually transferring. So what's happening is the rope goes inside to the wide hole that actually are in here, so there can be two ropes go in, and that rope goes inside here, come out here, goes in here. So you can see, continue the way out from here, come back here, go in here and come out here, and that's actually the rope. Then this rope will go from here inside, come out here, come around here, will go into that hole, come at the other side, come back here, get into that hole, come out, and then we will make the knot. So if you look at that nunchaku, for example, you can see that this rope here just go all the way in, come here, come out, continue here, goes in. Okay, this rope here, you can take a look. This one come here, goes in here, under, inside, out, and then the two cord will get the knot. Now this knot here is actually called a fisherman knot. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Actually, it's pretty simple. And you can do it. What's good about this is when you tighten it, it's becomes stronger and stronger. So the more you pull, the more stronger it gets. Then after, I'm going to cut over here and over here and burn the edges so they become like a little mushrooms, and then it will be strong and won't be able to get out. Now this rope, this cord is actually 0.5 millimeter, and it's a little bit too wide. It's better to use, I think, the 3 or the 4 millimeter, but that's what we got today. So, and then you'll be able to put that knot inside the hole over here, and then you can actually hide the knot, and then you will have a nunchaku that is only with the cord. I can show you here. For example, this is another nunchaku, and here you can see that the cord is completely clean and there's no knot. Actually, the knot is hidden inside here. It's been pulled in here and you can see it, but actually it's the same idea. And yeah, so it doesn't really matter. When you practice, you don't really feel that knot, but sure, you can use it to your own aesthetic, or just, you know, looks maybe better, but it doesn't really feel different when you practice with it. So yeah, so this time we have this cord. We didn't have the 3 millimeter at that shop we went, so we just bought this one, and we're going to use it to all the weapons here. Maybe later we can change it, and that's it. So the next one, I'm going to show you how to tie it, and then after you can actually do it for yourself, and then later on you'll be able to learn with me some instructional basic and advanced techniques with all those different weapons. Okay, so this is actually a nunchaku. I'll untie those knots so you can actually see it more clearly. Okay, so we'll see how it is. Okay, so here's the nunchaku. We transfer the rope all the way. You can see how it goes. This part goes and inward, outward, and then. So we have to make the tie, the fisherman tie. So what I do, I take one part and I bring it above the other part. Okay, now I will make a little loop. Okay, and where that finger is, I will take it out, and in that space, I will bring that part in. Okay, so I can tie it a little bit, and I'm gonna pull it a little bit so it'll be more close to the other side. Now this one, I will do the same thing. I will come in and out and bring it in. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that one cord is on top and one cord is at the bottom. So, and then you see when this part and this part actually are together. So when I tighten them, they're tightened together nicely. If I do the other way around, it won't be that nice. Okay, now I can see here, this is actually my width. So I can see here that this part is a bit wide. That means that I have to move that knot more to the side, and the same for this one, so they will be more tightened out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of them, bring it more in, okay, and fit it so they all be parallel. So this cord won't be that long. Okay, so I adjust it nicely. I can also tighten it, you see, so it's tightened. It's just at the right spot. Now the next thing, I'm going to cut the two edges and burn them, and you will see how it looks nicely at the end, and then actually the nunchaku is ready to go. Okay, so we burn this. See, it makes like a mushroom. It's good to put something under so it doesn't go on your floor or tatami or whatever. Okay, so that's how actually we create it. Then we'll do the other side as well. And when it's over, it's going to look like that. Okay guys, so we finished everything. So I want to show you all the collection out of the, I think 8 meter long rattan that we bought, and check this out. Okay, so as you can see, we created the Nunchakus and then the 2 kobo, which is the small sticks we had leftovers. Then I had a little sticks, and those little ones are called Kusari fundo. They're actually chains that are attached with 2 weight at the end. Then we have the Jie Gun, we have the double bastion for the kali sticks, and we have the 2 long sticks for different types of long range weapons. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and we can learn a lot of new stuff in the future. So you build them and create those weapons, and later on we can go step by step and learn them. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and watch more clips, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.